Alright guys, welcome to round 7, the Punisher NYOA. Here with Muff in the Marriott. He drove, no girls this weekend, so we carpooled. Save a little bit of money instead of traveling alone. Just started to rain, but I'd imagine the track needs it after seeing some of the pictures. And after the last race, I'm sure you guys are sick of the dust. So Mark and Trevor won't be here till tomorrow, so they kind of suck. We're just gonna hang out tonight, grab some food, and then we'll bike the track tomorrow once Marky Mark gets here. Show you guys the track. We've actually raced this place, I think the last time was in 2020. This was the Big Buck that we raced. Decent track from what I remember. Definitely had fun here, but the Punisher crew has tuned it up and hopefully made it a lot better for us. So definitely excited to see what it looks like. I will say parking, the whole parking area and stuff, it looks really prime. They did a great job marking roads so everybody can get in and out. We're pretty level, not front to back, but left to right is pretty level, so we got a good spot. Drove right in here, so that's about it. We're gonna have a few beers, like I said, grab some dinner and just chill, hang out. All right people, it is Saturday. You can see the aftermath of the rain and people getting towed in on this side. This is where the start used to be, at least the last time I raced it, which was right there. We did show you the start. That's way up there. They're still towing people in. It's kind of, it's not horrible, but you definitely just gotta get hooked up and pulled in. Once you're on the grass, it's not too bad. People have been moving around, but it's just this beginning section, and then down where we're parked is kind of like the same thing. That got torn up, but we'll make it work. We made it out on the bicycle, so we got Mark finally made it, me and Muff. Half of the start looks prime, like this half is prime. That's really wet right there, at least about halfway, so hopefully it doesn't get too bad. It's probably going to be really bad tomorrow, but whatever, we'll make the best of it. We'll see how far we get on the track. What we saw of it earlier looked decent, so we'll just see how the bikes do. And if we see anything cool, we'll show you guys. You can see, I'm guessing that might be the whole shot way up there between the power lines. There's a big Punisher sign. Looks like the whole shot spot, so definitely a good start to that. Figured I'd show you guys this quick. We just crossed this little creek back there, just quick, kind of straight across it and then running along the side of it. And then now we're gonna cross it again, and then the trail goes that way. Pretty cool so far. A little muddy, a little slick, but for the most part, it's actually pretty prime. You can see like all that behind me. It's pretty prime, it's solid, so. Hello. All right, we're still out here. We're at only 4 miles, about an hour. It's slow going, but like, look at this section. This is prime dirt, this whole section. So, you know, the higher stuff is prime, and then we get down to the lower stuff, and it's a little sloppy, but I mean, the bikes are a little bit muddy, but we've seen a lot worse, right, Mark?
Yeah, we have.
They're not too horrible. Unfortunately, not right about a mile in, Muff ripped off his derailleur in some of the mud, so he had to go back. So we're still out here. We're not sure how long this track is. We didn't really see anything online yet, so we don't know if we're halfway there. We don't know if we're a third of the way there, but we know that we're 4 miles in, and it has been thundering a little bit here and there, but it hasn't started raining yet, so hopefully it stays dry and we can just finish this thing up. But there are some spots, like you can see some standing water like that. There's a few creek crossings we go through. We showed you one. There was a couple more after that we went through. But for the most part, like, everything is pretty solid. So I think it's gonna shape up to be a good race. Hopefully, we'll see. But I think so far, at least from what we're seeing now, I think it'll be prime for our race. Maybe not for the bikes, but I think for the quad race, I think we'll have a lot of fun here. All right guys, we made it. What a long ride. Took us about 2 hours. Finish line is right there. So lap 1, we will bypass the finish line, and then after that we'll come through it, because basically the main line is right there, and then they'll just pull us off on the right and we come through, go back on. We got about 10 miles, just a little over 10 miles, like 10.10. What do you think, Mark?
It's gonna be an interesting one.
Yeah, it's some mud, but it's got a mix. It's got some muddy spots and it's got some dry spots, but I think there's more dry than there is mud. We did see a couple spots that could be an issue with bottlenecks and stuff, but I think if you're paying attention, you might be able to just see a line and make it through that, but it should be good. We just had a quick shower. It wasn't even that bad. We were able to continue riding out here. And it did clear up again. It's pretty hot, so that's going to be it for the track preview. We'll probably check out maybe registration a little later. We got to get cleaned up. You see the bikes now are pretty covered. Not horrible. We've seen them like this a few times this year. Yeah, they're pretty good. But I think the good thing about this track was we went through a lot of water, a lot of streams, and it kind of kept the bikes clean, kept cleaning them off here and there. So that's why we didn't have too much crazy mud buildup like we usually do. Good morning, race fans. It is race day. We're not super excited today. If you can see the conditions, it's going to be rough out there. It did rain a little bit last night. There's another chance of rain this morning. It shouldn't be too bad, just a passing shower. It's kind of what happened last night, but I think the biggest issue is just you know, getting to the start is going to be pretty messy because it's not this muddy, but it's pretty sloppy getting all the way up to the start, and it's definitely a hike up there. So the bikes will be all right, but the quads are going to get probably pretty covered with mud, so that definitely stinks. But we're going to make the best of it. We're going to give it hell today. Definitely made the right choice with new tires. We're going to go head up to the line and try to get some footage of the minis and the peewees. I'm not sure how much I'll get, only because I'm not going to ride the bike through the course today. It's just I'm going to go to the start, and wherever I can see them close by in the fields, that's where I'll get video. Just the track is a mess to ride, and I'm trying to stay clean before the race, so hopefully we just get enough footage for you guys and you guys enjoy it. This guy's trailblazing through. No, no, oh, 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 oh. It's not bad if you just have a truck, but if you have a trailer, I don't care what kind, you got to get towed in. So this guy's just trailblazing. And his Silverado. Pretty much everyone is going to have to get towed out, including us. We're obviously not making it through that. So it's going to be a long day, guys. We'll do the best we can with video, so just keep that in mind when you're watching this vlog. All right, so I'm going to head to the start, like I said, and get the peewees.
X signs danger. Please use caution in these areas as they are a little difficult sections of the track. Long way. Turn around. Tracks to the left.
Stop it. Ready for some mud? Yep. You? Not really. Oh, stop. I know, I'll be fine. Hey, how's it going?
Thanks for helping.
Oh, no problem.
It was very nice of you. At the last race, they were wrestling in front of the camper.
guys, we made it home. It is now Monday. You guys know the deal. This was our closest race, 4.5 hours. But unfortunately, if you were here, you know that the quads were delayed about an hour and a half. We didn't start till 4:05. They did cut our race short. They made it a 2-lap race. We did finish just at about an hour and a half. So I think they made the right call. If we were there and we did the full race with the 3 laps, I mean, we would have been out there till like 6 o'clock, guys. It would have been a disaster. They let the bikes kind of go long. So I know there was a bunch of people upset on both sides of it, but I think they made the right call. They should have cut the bike short. They should just gave them a 3-lap race. They gave them a 4-lap race, which I think that was a mistake. But sometimes it's hard to judge lap times, and as the race progresses, you know, sometimes laps get faster and sometimes they get slower, and that's what happened with the bikes. You know, they were doing like almost 40-minute lap times. So it is what it is, guys. So you guys know we dealt with some muddy conditions. We'll show you the quad. She is pretty dirty. I mean, you guys know we had 3 very dry, very clean races in a row. So it was just a matter of time before Mother Nature was like, hey, remember me? But we got some crazy rain on Friday, which basically ruined, I won't say it ruined the parking, but it made parking a bit of a mess. I took tons of video of people getting stuck. People had to get towed in, people had to get towed out, but overall, everyone at the Punisher did an awesome job dealing with the conditions and just making it the best they could for everyone. I know regardless of the situation, it could be absolutely perfect, and there's always going to be some people that aren't happy. It's just the way it goes. So we ended up winning, which is pretty sweet, guys. First win of the season, finally. It only took 7 friggin' races. Had a decent start. We got into the woods in 3rd and didn't waste any time. We were able to make passes really quick and get into the lead, and from there I just didn't look back. I just tried to make good decisions and be smart and pick good lines and just keep the quad moving, and I ran a perfect first lap, which set me up really well for lap 2. I had about a minute lead. Lap 2 was going great. Halfway through, I was going like on the same line I took the previous lap. It was real rooty. It was kind of like a left-hand uphill rooty turn with trees on both sides, and I ended up sliding into the tree on the right. So had to get off the quad, push it back, got back on it, rode right into the same tree. I didn't push it back enough, obviously. So I had to get off the quad again, pull it back even more, and I went to the line on the right. And then right when I got going again, Kevin White had passed me. So now I'm freaking out because it's kind of how the Punisher went for me in 2023. I kind of led the whole race and then gave it away a couple miles before the finish line, getting stuck. And I had 2 riders pass me, one of which was Kevin White, who ended up winning. So I wasn't freaking out. I wasn't panicking. I stayed calm. I got going again. Tried to just relax, get the heart rate down, because you guys know when you got to move these things in the mud, it sucks. It's not easy. It's no fun. You burn a lot of energy doing that. So we got settled back in, got back into the groove, chased Kevin down, and he was flying. We were both flying. He knew I was on his tail, and he probably wanted that win just as bad as I did. So we ended up coming to another small bottleneck. A few riders were stuck. There was like 3 or 4 lines, and Kevin made his own line to the right. I kind of made my own line to the left, and I was able to get through it. Kevin got stuck and got back in the lead, and then rode right to the finish line to grab that #1 spot. So it's definitely awesome. I'm definitely pumped. 17th overall, which was really good. Best overall of the season, and overall I felt great. Quad handled great. New tires. Perfect time to put those bad boys on. These GBCs were hooking up over everything. It was freaking great. So we'll get this mess cleaned up, get ready for round 8 in 2 weeks, and then try to do it again. Hopefully conditions are a little better, but I would rather have a muddy race than a dusty one. Ditch banger was pretty sketchy with the dust. It sucks. So I know everyone likes one or the other or neither. It's just, you know, we usually rarely get a perfect race, although Nabi Acres was pretty close. And besides that, that's pretty much it. The only thing is we will not have a race video for a couple weeks. When I did run into that tree on lap 2, I knocked the camera off the helmet, so they did find it. Luckily, when I finished, I told a few people. I knew right where it was, and a rider had found it and he turned it into scoring. So thank you to you who did that. That's awesome. If I do see you next round, I have your name on my phone too. I can't remember it right now. If I do see you next round, I'll try to track you down. I think I talked to your dad on Facebook, so I'll get you some stickers and stuff, so just as a thank you. And once we get that camera back, we'll edit that video and post it up, but it won't be for a couple weeks, guys, so just be patient. So you'll see this video first with all the race action. Hopefully you guys like it. But that's a wrap, guys. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. That helps a ton. Drop some comments. Let me know what you think. If you raced this event, let me know how you liked it. Let me know how you did. I know it was a tough one, guys, but it is what it is with racing. You guys know we race XC, so it's all conditions, rain or shine. It's just how it goes. And if you're not yet, please subscribe, and we'll see you guys at round 8.